HTML forms are used to collect user input on a web page, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create simple HTML form in a minute. So to create a form in HTML, we use the form tag, and this form tag comes along with an action, which is an attribute. And the action normally is where data goes, and times it comes with another attribute called method. And for the method, this is how the data is sent. So inside the form, we normally have what is called input fields. These are various types like text, password, email, etc. So we use the form input tag and with that type as an attribute. For example, and the type is text, and then we shall call the form name username, and also we can give it a placeholder by just using the attribute placeholder, and we call it enter username. So we can create another input type, which is password. We can give it a name, attribute, password, and then also a placeholder that we also can put enter password. So this is what is called input fields. Now next also we have what we call buttons. So the buttons, you can just put button and then the type, we can give it a type of submit button and then write a text there, submit. Another button type is reset button. So we can just do the same, give it a type, reset, and also name it reset. Now when we open our browser, you can see that this is our form, and this is the button, and this is the reset button. So now we have something else called drop downs and selections. This normally uses select tag with option for drop downs. So here is how to implement that. Let's just write a comment here. So we can just write the select tag and we can give it a name. For example, let's give it gender, and in the gender we can add tags called option where someone can pick from. So the value can be male, and we shall write this as male. And then the second option, we can give it a value of female and then name it also female. So let's just remove these buttons and put it below the form and create a break there. Create a break there as well. So you can see that someone can choose their gender from here. Now next is we have checkboxes and radio buttons. So we shall use the input and we give it a type of checkbox. We can give it a name, interest, and the value can be maybe coding, for example. And we can write this coding. Let's copy the same and use it for radio. So we shall just change this checkbox to radio. And then I give it a name, for example, gender. And then I give it a value, male. And the second value is going to be male. So that's basically a quick overview, and when we open it in our browser, you can see how the checkbox is, and male, you'll just have to choose one option. So let me add another item for the radio button, but this time I'll give it a different value. So the difference between a checkbox and the radio button is basically that with the radio button, you have to choose one option. However, with a checkbox, you can choose multiple options, female. You can't choose both with a radio button. And with a checkbox, if we have a second option, so basically this is the basics of HTML forms. To style these forms, we'll stick around until we reach CSS.